is the closest to someone who has ended up with power, and maybe they seek that power, but they are benevolent?
Gorbachev.
Wow.
So this was a big theme of my book, The White Pill, when I learned about it, because all these different countries in the Soviet bloc were calling him. They go, dude, shit's hitting the fan, send in the tanks or it's all going to hell. And he said, nope.
And why?
Because he's like, I'm not having the blood of all these people in my hands. East Germany with the Berlin Wall, where East Berlin was surrounded by a concrete barricade and people who were imprisoned, they were having protests. And they were saying, we need another Tiananmen Square here, like your favorite place. And they're calling, and Gorbachev called the Russians in East Berlin and says, we're not using force under any circumstances. Shit's going to play out on its own. And he went to East Germany and said in front of Honecker, who was the dictator, he goes, like, you're not a man of, some people get lost in the past and some people move forward. So he was an example. And I'm not saying everything. People have mousetraps in their head. When you say someone is an example, like, oh, you're saying he's Jesus. I'm not saying he's Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he was a king of any kind. My point being,
that's a great line.
To me,
people have mousetraps in there. That's great.
It's true, though.
Yeah, it's great.
When people have power and don't take their hands off the gun, that to me is, there's a great story that I learned writing this book. So Reagan was taken down to the bunker and walked through a nuclear attack. And he goes, you're telling me that Russia's throwing nukes at us and I press these buttons, I'm killing like millions of people in minutes? They're like, yeah. He's like, uh-huh. And he leaves and he's like, I'm fucking putting a stop to this shit. Gorbachev was taken down to the bunker as well. And he goes, I'm not pressing this button even in a simulation. If we're getting nuked, we're getting nuked. I'm not fucking retaliating. None of them knew this. So in the 80s, they're playing poker with all these fucking nukes. But both of them had committed internally, like, I'm not fucking fighting back. Like, I'm not going to
read this story. Yeah. Where is this from?
I mean, it came out. Like, one was Reagan's aide, the other Gorbachev said it, not publicly, but he said it explicitly.
I mean, what a cool piece of
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. How do you de-mousetrap people?
I want mousetraps. Well, you mean you can't.
And how do we get mousetraps in there in the first place? And just so everybody knows what we're talking about, the mousetraps are the trigger words that immediately shift someone's thinking and make
stop their critical thinking.
Yeah, immune to logic or so the second you say
Trump,
they've
got a bunch of speeches. You say ivermectin. We got you know what the speeches
we
are.
already know.
Yeah.
So how do you de-mousetrap people? Or why are people so prone to mousetraps?
This is one of the reasons I'm not a Christian.
Don't you fucking start with me.
I don't think human beings are all fundamentally the same. I think some people, there's no one there.
Interesting.
And I don't think you can make it that there's someone there.
Do you think
with the mousetrap people, there's no one there?
For many of them, yes.
Okay.
Is it no
I think
one
this
there?
is their analog for thought, but if you take out the mousetraps, it's not like you can build a house in there.
I would think it's a coping mechanism for the fact that there's so much to think about, so much to care about,
They're not
quote
thinking
unquote.
too much.
So we're just looking for the exit ramp,
Not
to
we,
borrow terminology.
they.
Yeah.
So humans in general, a lot of times I think...
again, I'm not generalizing. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's fair. But I think there's a large swath of humanity that is like, there's a lot to digest, a lot to think about. If you can give me anything that gives me an exit ramp to not having to care about this issue, because my brain goes, well, that's what they are, then I'm going to take it. Because we are wired to not exert too much energy thinking.
So there's two things with that. One option, one reaction to that could be, I don't know, man. I just don't know.
There's a lot I don't know, yeah.
Right? The other reaction is, I need to say the thing that does not ostracize me from my in-group. Here is the thing. Now, that reaction, there's a neediness in that reaction. There's an insecurity in that reaction. There's like
it's a rational one.
Pardon?
It's rational.
It's rational in that the importance of the in-group for your survival is crucial, right?
Yes.
This is baked into us primarily, I imagine.
Very much so, yes,
right?
Of course.
But it is different than, man, I don't know. I just don't know enough. Do you hate Trump? I don't really know enough about it.
You're a Trump supporter.
But
you just became a Trump supporter, right? If you say, I don't know, you're a Trump supporter.
Right. According to those people. Okay, so then I guess what we have to figure out is, what is the difference between the I don't know enough people and the people who are hyper concerned about being part of the in-group? And you think it's just an emptiness? Do you think it's an IQ thing? Like what?
I don't think they have souls.
Come on.
I'm serious. This is a whole psychedelics issue.
What do you mean?
Talk to me. Talk to
I
me.
don't
Take
think-
me there.
I
Take
don't-
me there.
I
Mike.
don't think they vibrate in 4D.
No
Really?
way.
Yes.
Are you being genuine?
Hand to God.
And what? I'm going with you on this. I'm going with it. What do you? What? Why is that? Like,
Okay,
what-
so I can kind of. Do you have a piece of paper?
Yeah. We'll
Okay,
get you a
here.
piece of paper. Miles, can you just ask him for one? Do you want a pen?
I got a pen. I'm an author. Honestly.
This is fucking.
I know. He has a quill.
Of course I have ink on me. No other way to write shit. Hasn't written a book with a pen in 20 years. Of course I
I
have
got
a pen.
fancy pens that have nothing to do with them, so I got to carry them around.
Okay, go.
I
That's
just want
a
to draw
better
something
explanation
quick.
than I'm an
I'll draw in
author.
the cup.
No. We're
No,
gonna get you a piece of paper.
I can just draw
It's gonna
the
be here in like 2 seconds. I promise
okay.
you. But this diagram.
I'll show you. I'll show
is
you what I
gonna-
mean.
Oh, what about
Oh, it's an
We'll get it. Did you text him?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it crazy to draw on like that right there? Because you're gonna leave these for us anyway.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah, I would
Sure.
love to.
Okay,
and
of
I
course.
wanted to sign it.
Just stole his book, dude.
Okay, let's do this. So,
I mean, if you have to take them to your next thing, then
no, there's no next thing.
okay.
Here comes the paper.
I got it.
No, we got it. This is even better. This book is
no
worth
souls.
trillions.
Once you'll hear it. Once I say it, then you'll be like, okay. Okay, so can we? Where's the camera? There?
Right, we got it on his phone. We were just.
got this?
You can show
Okay.
I think we're okay, Tom.
We got it. Thank you, Tanya.
So, what's this a picture of?
That is a.
That's Michael Malice.
Michael Malice.
That's right. So point to him here.
Yeah, yep.
And not point to him in real life. Right. And what's this?
That's Andrew Schulz.
Right. So, and what's this?
That's a house.
Point to the house. But where else is the house in real life? Right. So these are 2D representations of 3D beings.
Yeah.
But this house only exists in 2D.
Okay.
So I think a lot of people who exist in 3D don't exist in 4D where the souls are.
So we're talking about one more dimension.
Yes.
He's using this as an example. Like,
It's like an allegory of the cave type situation. Like
Not
some
really.
people are just shadows,
Yes.
but they're not actually the form that creates the
yes.
shadow.
Yo, brilliant. Yes.
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
You thought he wasn't going there?
Right. I thought he meant the people in the cave. No,
No, this is good.
Yes.
But okay,
That's what I think.
I understand. So the frequency that. Yeah.
So do you think those people are worthy of human consideration?
Yes. I mean, I'm not in favor, like, no one believes that buildings don't have souls, right? No, so I'm not saying, if someone says a building doesn't have soul, oh, you're saying we should break down every building? That makes no sense, right?
no one believes buildings don't have
Just
souls.
because
No one
buildings don't have
believes
souls
buildings
doesn't mean
have
you can just
souls.
bulldoze them.
Oh,
He
okay,
misspoke,
got
right?
it,
Or
got it,
trees.
got it.
Yeah.
I got it,
Oh, you
got it,
think
got
trees don't have souls? Or are you saying burn down all the forest? You know, that's completely non sequitur.
it. Right. But you're not going to negotiate with a building. You're not
Or
going to
you're
have an
gonna
argument with them. You're not going to debate them,
Right.
and you're not going to care about that building. So
And the
We
differentiator.
wouldn't let buildings vote.
I don't believe in voting.
It's fair.
well, that
And the
But
difference.
that's just, I believe voting if anybody.
so then
that's fair.
To clarify, sorry, the differentiator between the soul having people and not is critical thinking essentially, and not having those.
I think I don't know
mousetraps.
what it looks like in there, but I think the more you go down these kind of rabbit holes, and people without inner monologues, people who are incapable of any kind of steel manning, incapable of literally any empathy.
I'm really glad that you steel manned. It's annoying when people come on with arguments and they're not willing to justify the opposition.
There's also nothing wrong with saying I don't know, because I'd
Yeah.
rather someone think I'm honest than think I'm smart.
it also makes
Because I'd rather talk to someone who's
That's
honest than
fucking
someone who's
great.
smart,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because then, like, okay, I don't agree with you, but I know
Yeah.
you can be my friend. I can rely on you.
Also makes me-
I know you come from a place of truth. Who the hell are these
Yeah.
smart people? Well, you can have
yeah.
when you're around yourself.
Yeah.
as obviously you've demonstrated.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know why I'm like this. I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I love
don't
it,
know.
dude.
Never-
I love
why
it.
I'm
Never
like
gonna
this.
I was
compliment you
excited
again.
about this.
Okay.